What is up, guys? My name is Connor Caffrey, and today we're going to be talking about the macro and micro systems in the world and how this relates to your financial abundance. This is going to be a super exciting educational video, so I hope you guys are excited as I am. I'm also going to be doing this video in representation of my company, us, and the platform we just released called Plexus. So this is pretty much an ad while also being a fun educational video, so just keep that in mind, right? But like I said, we're talking about the macro and the micro systems and then how this relates to my company. So I'm going to start by talking about the micro system. And by relating to my company, I mean how this relates to the economy and your personal financial abundance, because that is what my company is trying to solve. So your financial abundance comes from your source of income. I'll just cut the buzzwords, like that's kind of obvious, right? So your personal income, let's say you work a job. You work for another corporation, right? Your play into the macro system, your micro effect is how much economic value you create by doing your job. Let's say you are worth $500,000 a year in economic value. And this seems really immoral to put a dollar tag on a human's worth. I'm not saying this is your worth as a person. This is your worth to the economy. This is just, if we quantify how much you are helping the economy, that there is a number that represents how much you help the economy. Let's say it's $500,000. So within the macro system, your micro player, you as a human, is playing by adding an additional $500,000 a year to the greater macro system. Now, what if there's a way where every part of the macro system could be bringing in millions or billions of economic value without inflation, like just in the value we have today? So that way, with 350 million people in America, everyone's bringing in millions and billions a year of economic value, just as like the average person. That's not even counting the outliers that like make it their life's passion to create all this money. Like, if the average person was just bringing so much abundance because the average person was so empowered, then the macro system would change so much. Like, no one would be living scarcely, no one would be in poverty, because there would just be so much money to go around, and it wouldn't be trapped within an amount of elite individuals, because it's coming from the normal people. It's not coming from one oligarchy moving through the world, it's coming through all the people themselves. So all the money is properly dispersed throughout the world into small communities that previously have been cut off. So what if we could live in a world where this is the macro system? Well, the way a macro system works is all the micro systems play into effect within the macro system. So that means you are the micro system playing in the effect of the economy. The economy is made up by you, the people. So to change the macro system into this world of utopia and greatness, like a heaven on earth or a paradise, is to change the micro system first, because that's what's causing the macro system to work. So changing the microsystem means changing the individual to be more empowered to create financial or economic abundance in the world. And my solution to that is exactly what my company is doing. So my company, I call it Us, is here because we are trying to create solutions so that each individual is like, I'm not trying to add this money into the world myself. I'm trying to empower the individual as much as I can to bring in millions or billions of value into the world. I'm not just like boofing those numbers of inflation. Like, I want this to be what you are doing. The way we are going to do that is by creating a platform, creating 3 right now. We have 3 created, 1 published, probably more to come, more editing to come, where if we achieve global adoption, which means everyone in the world is affiliated and cooperating with the platform, there will be a sense of abundance coming from the platform to empower every individual person to create this wealth of their own. So then how does my platform work if I'm claiming to solve the biggest issues in the world, solve poverty, solve world hunger, essentially? What is the system? Well, first off, the system only works with collaboration of everyone in the world. So let's make that clear. I can't deliver billions to every person without everyone's cooperation. I am just the founder and the creator of the system itself. So how does my system work? The first platform is called Plexus, and that's what released about a week ago. That's what's already available for everyone to use. The way it works is everyone shares their experience when they enter the platform. That means not their experience of the platform, the experience of the world, but you share it on the platform. And this is a daily thing. Every day you share a little bit of information about what's going on in your world from your perspective. Like, give me your inside view into the world. And if everyone does this, if there's 8 billion people contributing this amount of information every day, and this is always updating, then that means the system is directly connected to every single person's like view of the world, window of the world. Every person's life is connected to this system, and that is extremely valuable. And what the system does is it finds patterns between everyone's experiences. So this is so much data coming into the system, it's like too much to do with. So we find patterns and then let the humans of the system actually validate the patterns and see if these are correct and valuable. And then everyone can view all those correct patterns. That way this boils down the information to a more specific and more valuable form of information. And then even then, that's so much to deal with. So that's just the end of Plexus. We go on to the next platform, Nexus, and we take those patterns and create thought trains. So now with all the patterns, this is still a ton of information, but we can allow humans to use those patterns to form what I call thought trains, which is just maybe an interconnection of anywhere between like 3 or like 100 different patterns. And you can connect them in any way you want and put like notes in your connections and just like make this big mental map of your thought train by using these patterns as your units of information. And the reason this is valuable is because if you use these patterns, then you're already leveraging facts of the world. Like these things are already real about the world, and everyone like is essentially forced to agree with that as an objective form of information, because this is coming from live patterns constantly going on in the world. This is the most relevant information about the world. So the thought trains you create are extremely relevant because the units of information are direct real patterns from the world. So that means we use Plexus and Nexus, my 2 platforms, to generate this information. And the final platform that I call Exodus is just a social media-like community where you can use those thought trains to build businesses for yourself. So essentially, the 3 platforms together just create a pipeline where we generate this extremely valuable information and use it for the people to collaborate. And the reason Exodus works and is a whole platform on its own is because, once again, with the idea of global adoption, everyone participating and everyone being in the same place, it makes the system, because there's a lot to Exodus. I can't explain it all in one video, but it's a system where the more people use it, the easier it becomes for you to create something. So the world I envision is anyone can just come to the platform after global adoption, find some information about something they enjoy, something they're passionate about, find a group to collaborate with on Exodus that's also relating to the passion, and as easy as just like, I don't even know, I can't even like describe it to you. It would just be so easy for everyone to create something of real abundance, of like millions or billions of dollars, just by following their own passion, because all the information is already there for them. The system is already working for them. So that's my app about how my systems work. Nexus and Exodus, we already finished the UI for them, but we haven't developed them all the way as a platform. Only Plexus is fully released yet, which you can find at usplexus.net. If you're a little bit confused about the things I said, or you want to know more about our company in general, our company website is peachesandapricots.com. That's where you can find information about what we're doing, what the whole point of this mission is. But if you want to go straight to Plexus and participate, it's live at usplexus.net. Or you can also follow my other socials on TikTok, Instagram, X, and Facebook. And those will be a place where I post content daily. And then we're also going to work on getting ambassadors. So this will be a narrative that will be all across social media. And we're going to give away a lot of our money to paying these ambassadors, because that will be what the company, like that's our main expense, I guess. But yeah, if you're interested, go to the company website, peachesandapricots.com, or go to usplexus.net.